The chief of police of Minneapolis has publicly stated that at least 2 shots were fired at the woman who was trying to get away from ICE. So let's just entertain for 1 second that this individual was actually trying to harm this ICE agent. Let's stop and think about what that means for a second. Was there a pause? Was there a moment between each shot? Were there additional shots that could be considered a coup de grace or an extreme measure taken to end someone's life? Was there an existing threat? Did that ICE officer actually need to fire additional shots to defend himself? In terms of self-defense, there is a defensible argument, and then there is a fine line where it turns into something else. This is called the pause, moving from an actual threat to the threat being neutralized. As you can see in the video, multiple shots were fired at the woman. Now, the law states that if these were done rapid fire, this might be a defensible argument. However, if there is a pause, and it is clear to all parties that the threat has been neutralized, the necessity for deadly force immediately evaporates. If there is a space of time between shots, this is when we move from rapid fire, which is a defensible argument, to a coup de grace, a mercy shot to ensure the person is no longer alive, considered almost universally illegal in the United States of America. Now let's set aside the fact that we know that this woman was leaving her home, that she waved by the officers multiple times before they got out of their car to come after her. In a trial of law in the United States, we almost certainly would consider this first-degree murder. And that is setting aside the fact that there were multiple other measures that could have been taken to stop the threat that the ICE officer perceived. Standing between themselves and the vehicle, shooting out a tire considering they were at very close range and could easily have done so, or simply following the lack of stand your ground rules in Minnesota and just letting her go. In the eyes of the law, this was not a justifiable use of force, and in fact could be considered, because of the additional shots that were fired, use of malice or extreme force to ensure the job was done.